Hello, everyone. Welcome back inside the film room. I'm Zach Goins, and today I am joined by one of Ted Lasso's finest. It's Juno Temple, who plays Keeley on the show. What an honor to have you joining us. How are you, Juno?
I'm so honored to be joining you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome. It's been a while since we last spoke. It was before season
Mhm.
two, so we've got a lot of stuff to break down from season two. I know you're in the midst of filming season three right now, and you're also in the midst of another dominant award season for Ted Lasso. Season one racked up the awards. Now season two is doing the same. You've got the SAG Awards under your belt, the Critics' Choice Awards, the PGAs. We're gearing up for an Emmys run. What is it like to just have this sort of sustained success, for you and the cast and the crew as you're just over there getting down to business, but also celebrating and partying at the same time?
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly it's been this extraordinary whirlwind because it's I think something that's been so special about all the accolades that have happened for Ted is that a lot of them have been about the group as a whole,
Right.
so the writers as a whole, or as the cast as a whole, as well as these incredible individuals. And I think that has been something really special because it really means that the entire team of Ted, all of us, we all get to celebrate together, so we all have been
Right.
able to go through it as the team, and I think it's something that I'm so proud to be a part of. And you like it was during the filming of season two, because it was actually still in the midst of COVID and lockdown, and these nominations were coming out. And I remember the day that Jason got nominated. I think it was for I think it was the Golden Globes, and so did the show. And it happened to be a day where pretty much the entire cast were in.
Mhm.
And after lunch, we all went into the locker room. And when Jason came in, it was like he didn't know we were all in there, and we just went "Wah!" And it was this mad celebration, and it was kind of the beginning of all of it, and that sort of summarized the whole thing for me, of us all getting to celebrate what an amazing journey we'd all had on this show,
Right.
and I think, and the friendships that we've made and the family that we've made, to then also have it be something that the world enjoyed as well as we've enjoyed making it. I think, yeah, it's been a pretty profound experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to see you all, when we have these award shows that come on TV, because it's happening while you're in the midst of filming. You're not at the award shows, but instead it's just this own private Ted Lasso party going on over to the side. But just as a fan, to see that and just to get to see you all celebrating and just doing your own thing, it's been a blast to see from afar. But let's dive into season two. Quick status check on Keeley as we look back on everything that's gone down, because she's been busy, taking over AFC Richmond's marketing department, leading the banter partnership, getting the new jerseys made, featured in Vanity Fair, powerful women in business, of course, all of this while starting her own PR firm at the end of the season and maintaining this strong, wonderful relationship with Roy Kent. But there's just so much going on. And of course, the love triangle as well, with Jamie confessing the feelings. So what a season for her. What was it like to have all of these different elements and layers, so many moving pieces all at once?
Yeah, I mean, that when you start sort of talking about it like that, you realize how many, yeah, like huge changes and huge kind of events happening. But at the same time, I think, that Keeley she's one of my favorite characters, females, humans I've ever gotten to play, because she's so genuine. So I
Mhm.
think all these moments that are happening for her and with her and around her, she's so genuinely taking them in, and so genuinely experiencing them when they're happening. And
Right.
I think that's where it's really interesting, the episode where her and Roy kind of have a sort of, it's not even really a fight, is it? It's a discussion. And it seems to be the only moment where she isn't saying what she's genuinely feeling exactly when she's feeling it. And it leads to this tiny little outburst and
Mhm.
then a real conversation. And I think that's something that's been really cool about watching season two, is these amazing things that happen to her. She really embraces them and lives in them, digests them, and wants to do the best that she can with them, right? And she has the support of her incredible friends around her, whether that's Rebecca, whether that's Roy, whether that's also, you know, the rest of the team. And then there's this relationship that happens also with Nate, and a friendship that I think is a really lovely friendship that then turns at the very end. And I think that you see how kind of devastating that beat is for both of those characters, for different reasons, obviously. But as an actress, it was an absolute joy to do season 2, because there wasn't a second of putting on Keeley's shoes that I didn't have this kind of amazing moment to go through, you know. And I think it was just, you know, the writing on this show continues to blow my mind on a daily basis, whether it's, you know, episodes I'm reading that we're shooting for season 3, or whether it's rewatching episodes that we've already done. It's like it just, the seeds that are planted throughout each episode and each season thus far, and watching them slowly grow and blossom and maybe even bloom is like, I don't know, I'm in awe of it. And as an actor, it's like a real, I don't know, tour de force to get to work with.
That's one of my favorite things about the show, is the way that it plants the seed 7 episodes ago and you completely forget about it. And then it's like, wait a minute, here we are coming back to that. And a lot of that does happen with Keeley. You know, one of the things that is so great about this show, or what I expect, I guess I'll say, is that, you know, so many times we see the cliche of a strong female character, a woman having to pick between love life and work, or between like family and passion. And if we know anything about Ted Lasso, it's that the show subverts expectations. It zigs when you think it's going to zag. And Keeley seems poised to have to make that choice, you know, at the end of season 2, with as she's going off to start the firm, or Roy and their relationship. It's sort of on the rocks when we leave it off. But again, knowing Ted Lasso, it can't be that simple. I'm expecting so many layers and twists and elements here. I'm excited to see it all. I know you can't reveal anything from season 3, but just what is it like to have sort of a character that is so, you know, non-stereotypical when it comes to, especially in a sports show for a female character?
Totally. And I mean, a sports show, and also a girl that, you know, or a woman that in season 1 is like, you know, I'm famous for almost being famous, which is the kind of character that I think some people may think they're not going to like. And then she ends up being this girl's girl that really wants to sort of see the best in people, and she really does surprise you. I think she's a really great example of don't judge a book by its cover, because it's a waste of time.
Right.
And when it's a time when you could be getting to know somebody, right? And I think, what is it like? I feel like one of the luckiest actresses in the world to have you know, had the faith of Jason Sudeikis in me to play her, and to sort of inhabit this little creature with a heart bigger than, you know, England. I think she's like, she's a real gem, and I think it's the journey that she's going through, and these amazing opportunities that are coming her way with work, and, you know, with the friendship that has happened throughout season 1 and continues strongly throughout season 2 of someone like Rebecca, who is somebody that really, really encourages Keeley to keep, you know, pursuing a path where her brain is big enough for it. You know, it's like, use that brain of yours as well as your beauty. And I think that's also a really special character to get to play, you know, when you've got 2 like really incredible and complex female characters in a sports show that's so much more than a sports show, that also genuinely love each other and encourage each other.
They're not pitted against each other or rivals or anything, but the end of season 2, you know, when you're scared to come to Rebecca and say that you have this opportunity, but instead it's immediately, yes, do it. It's what's best for you, and I'm here to support you. And
not only that her advice is hire your best mate, which
don't make us get emotional on the show here.
yeah, that was such a great scene in her office.
Well, speaking of Hannah, speaking of Rebecca, when I spoke with her, I asked her for a single word to describe season 3. no spoilers. Is there a word that comes to mind that encapsulates what we're about to get into when season 3 releases?
Life.
Life. That's a good one. I mean, that if we know anything from Lasso so far, it is that, like you said, way more than a sports show, way more than a comedy. It's about all of these bigger issues beyond just football and laughs.
Yeah, big time.
Well, Juno, I appreciate the time today. It was great getting to chat with you as always. Thanks for joining us, and I'm excited to see what's in store for you and Keeley in season 3.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, can't wait for you guys to see the new season.
If you enjoyed that interview, be sure to subscribe down below so that you can stay up to date with all our latest Ted Lasso interviews, as well as our podcast episodes, movie and TV news, and more. And be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, The Rewind, so that you can get all of our interviews delivered straight to your inbox.